to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Tonight's meeting will be audio taped and video taped by Mr. Holland. This time I'd like to take public comment. Before we get started, 5 minutes, that's it. No more than 5 minutes. I'm not going through what I went through last time. Public comment, anybody? Mike?
Michael Hawley. I would just like to bring your attention about, again, the website.
About what?
The website. West Kittanning Borough does not own the domain address of the wkcmpa.com. Michelle Cogley doesn't legally own this domain address either. Our solicitor should send a letter to Allegheny Graphics requesting a registration transfer to West Kittanning Borough. Jared Kuka, owner of Allegheny Graphics, could transfer this at no cost or charge any dollar amount he wishes to the borough due to the facts he owns the domain. When this was originally set up, this should have been properly done, and the borough would have had a website up and running and not held as hostage by Michelle Cogley, even though the taxpayers paid for the domain and her services. Council should request a full refund from Michelle Cogley for all monies that were paid out for the website if she refuses to turn this over to the borough once the transfer request is fulfilled. And I would like to approach and give this to you.
Well, just add a note, Michelle probably requested no money for the website. Council donated to give her money to run the website.
To maintain it.
Yes.
So basically what we pay Allegheny Graphics for is use of that domain name, and they maintain ownership of the domain name?
Yeah, all the content legally belongs to Jared. So he could, if our solicitor writes a letter and request, it could be all transferred to the borough, and it could be registered on the
It
bill.
belongs to Jared and not Michelle?
Yes.
We need to verify that with Michelle also, I believe.
All the bill is mailed to Michelle where council was reimbursing, paying for the domain. But no, when you do it legally, you have whoever the register of that, as you see the paper up there, that who the ownership is. It's not, she's being billed, they're providing the service, but in all rights, it's his domain.
Just out of curiosity, where did you put this from?
You can go to whois.com and you can bring that up.
Who
Who?
is?
.com.
WHOIS?
That is correct.
Whois.com.
And you're going to get the same information that you see on there.
Can
But
I see that? Can we pass that around, please?
What? I was under, weren't we paying, we were paying a monthly fee for the yearly fee? Was
It
now,
was minimal,
I don't know that much about
$25 a year.
websites and stuff. That was for what? $25?
that was for the domain.
That was for the domain.
30 years, wow.
Okay.
More than likely, Jared will probably, as courtesy for the borough, I cannot see him charging. I think he will forward that over to you guys.
But Jared owns the domain.
Yes, he does. Yep.
Well, most of the content is public record, other than her picture. The rest of it be public information.
And again, I will bring to council, once again, I said I have no problem of operating the website at no cost and keeping the borough website as the borough, not with my content on it. Now that's, once it gets transferred, remaining absolutely the same way it is and just adding the minutes on it.
Okay, and at that time, would you continue to have West County content on your website?
I would have my own private, I'll keep but that has nothing to do with
No,
West
no,
County,
no, you
PA.
answer my question. Will there be West County information on your website? Your website,
I would be doing the same thing that I'm doing with my website.
right now, which
Yes.
has West County website,
But that,
information on it, and the blog, and that type of thing. That'll continue.
but it doesn't matter if I have mine or if you get someone else to do it. What amazes me, as the taxpayers, why would you want to continue paying for something if someone's willing to do it for free?
We agreed with that, but it was the content, and we go through this every time.
Right.
All right, it was the content on your website, you had your face on every webpage, you had a blog on there.
Okay, Cliff,
But
but
that's
you're
not
being
my-
argumentative. I said I will keep West Kittanning, PA as their content. Don't worry about what I do on my website.
Good.
Leave mine out of it.
I just asked a question.
Okay.
It's public information.
I'm just letting,
And-
because if everybody wants, why pay for something if somebody, and if Michelle will do it, she should just do it at no fee at all to the borough.
And
And
she
just-
will do it for nothing, but we, as council, offered her money. She didn't want to accept it, but we voted it in for her to maintain it. She was going to do it for free, for nothing.
Well, Paula, I brought that back up in around September. She said she'd look into it, then she decided, being that she didn't get reelected, she wasn't going to do it. So I don't know where you're getting your information, but.
No, when I was at council, when we voted her in, she did not want any money.
Okay, that was way back then,
Exactly, that's what I'm
but
saying.
you missed a lot of
She-
meetings in between,
Yes,
so
but
unfortunately,
I'm
you
going
don't.
back from when,
Okay, but you don't know what was going on current, but, she said she wasn't gonna do it after, she lost her seat, but, I'm not looking for an argument, I just said I'm willing to do
No,
it.
let me answer this one. If he was to give that domain name to us, we'd have to create a whole new website, right?
we have to look into that. That's something we'll,
I don't,
we have to
All
look
right.
into that.
we'll look
We'll
into
look
it.
into that.
Okay.
Any other public comment? Carol?
Carol Augustine, Cleveland Street. I would like to ask for an apology from the 4 council members and the solicitor, that I see he's not here, for the personal and vindictive act that was done at last month's meeting whenever I tried to tell the solicitor that that was an illegal action that he was trying to do. But I see he's not here tonight. And I want to make sure that it gets corrected.
Carly, I believe it is correct.
Wait, yeah, it will be, we have resolution.
Yeah, we have the resolution here. Take care of it under new business.
And I have police matters, and I'll take them up with Gahagan after the meeting.
Any other public comment? Okay, no more. At this time, I'd like to call a very short executive session for personnel.
That just shows how they're silly.